Halito, and welcome to Native Chalk Talk, a podcast by natives for all. Here we're keeping our Native ancestors' stories and history alive, while also sharing with you our Native culture, traditions, and more. I'm Rachel Youngman, a Choctaw originally from Anadarko, Oklahoma. I hope you'll enjoy this journey with me as we learn from our Native American guests. And I hope you'll do me a favor. Feel free to like and share these episodes. I so appreciate it. Yakoki.
I feel a sense of urgency literally every single day. I'm always encouraging people, hey, record your ancestors, capture as many stories as possible so that we can keep those things alive for generations to come.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
According to a report from American Addiction Centers, the rate of alcohol use among Native Americans is significantly higher than other ethnic groups. The rate of Native Americans with an alcohol use disorder is higher than that of the total population. And 1 in 10 young Native Americans ages 18 to 25 have an alcohol use disorder. What if there were a Native owned alcohol free alternative that both tastes excellent and is actually good for you? Do you think this could help our Native population as well as those in the general public who are struggling with substance abuse and others who perhaps like the taste of wine and beer but just want to make a lifestyle change? I'm here today with Jody Colbert, founder and president of War Chief Collection. And I'm really excited to not only just share her products, but also share about her story and her journey to sobriety, as well as her connection to the famous Comanche, Quanah Parker. And we'll meet with Jody's aunties to go deeper into the life and great stories of Quanah Parker. So stay tuned for that as well, y'all. Jody, welcome to Native Chalk Talk.
Thank you, Rachel, for having me. I am truly honored to be here talking to you.
I'd like to also give a shout out to Lacey Horn, CEO of Native Advisory, who introduced us to each other. She spoke so highly of you, and I just knew I had to meet you.
I also want to give a shout out to Lacey Horn as well. Her paving the way, as a true warrior woman leader for her nation. What she has done is no woman has done.
So tell us about War Chief Collection.
Yes, well, the fun part about my collection, I have 5 different flavors. And yes, I have a sparkling sangria, which is everyone's favorite. And I have a rosé that's kind of like a dry but a little sweet. Then I have a Cabernet, which is a dark red, and you eat that with meat. So that one is pretty dry, as well as so what I have Cabernet. Oh, Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. Right. I can see that the labels are so pretty, by the way.
Thank you. So this is the sangria.
Okay. Love it. So what's on the label, unless you can get it closer to us, maybe? Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we've got a chief on the horse. Makes sense.
Yes.
Since you're a descendant from Quanah Parker,
Quanah
that
Parker.
absolutely makes sense.
Yes, I worked really hard on my logo. I want to make sure it has the illustration to detail on what I'm representing. And
Yes.
I want to make sure everything is culturally correct. And also I had to get permission from my auntie and aunties.
Yes.
What I do have is the rosé.
Ooh. Oh, it's so pretty too. I love it.
Thank
And it
you.
has the chief on the horse, which I know that you worked really hard on your logo for like 2 years, right? Making sure it was culturally appropriate and all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so pretty. And that's Cab. You've got some Cabernet. Again, this is all non-alcoholic.
Right. Non-alcoholic. And it has, it has 80 milligrams
Okay.
CBD. And this is Chardonnay. And this one's actually really good.
That looks fabulous.
And then I have the sangria.
I love sangria. So to have a non-alcoholic version of that, because I'm not, alcohol does not do well with my intestines. So for me, this is something really interesting. And the taste of sangria is so fabulous. I think that would be fun to try. What else is that one?
This one is my firstborn. This is
Aw,
started in 2018, and I didn't finish my formula until 2019. And so
wow.
this is my first product.
That
Oh,
looks so pretty. I love the bow on it.
thank
So
you.
that's the baby. That's the one that
My
started it
first,
all.
yes, my firstborn.
Oh, I love it. So up until now, there really hasn't been much choice in the non-alcoholic beverage realm. And now you're a Native American providing an alternative for natives and of course the general public too, in a way that's actually a healthy alternative to alcohol. So now this isn't just a non-alcoholic wine. It's infused with something unique, correct?
Yes, ma'am. It is infused with CBD, and um, it's people ask me, well, it's grape juice, and it's not. Taste grape juice and taste wine. It's just the wine is being, it's being sucked out, taken out of the wine. The alcohol is coming out through a machine that heats up, and it goes
Ah,
through it times. And so that's how the end process comes with the wine. It's and then it still has all the healthy antioxidants. It's still good for your heart. It's good for your blood, and it has CBD infused.
is it going to cause kind of a high at all?
No, no, no head high. Just the body relaxation. If you're out socializing, you have anxiety, you don't drink, or you just want to just relax and chill and
Mm-hmm.
for yourself. Yeah, I think it's a really good product that I had worked very hard on because I want to make sure the taste tastes good
Yeah.
and just watery or the other types that are out there that I would say is really not. It's like everybody has a different taste. So
Sure. By the way, listeners, you can check out the products at warchiefcollection.com. So, what year did you get started and how did War Chief Collection come about?
okay, so I had started in 2019, and I had came up with War Chief, the name War Chief, because through the whole year in 2018 when I started working on my formula and working with my chemist, uh, I had to think of a name, and I just didn't know. All I knew is I had a formula and I had something really good. And I know that it's really not out there. At the time, there was only probably like three non-alcoholic wine brands on the shelves. Um, so I knew I was onto something really good.
Right?
and ever since I just had the fire in me because I felt like I'm a part of a solution and not the problem. I
Right.
didn't want to be part of the alcohol industry.
Mm,
So I knew that uh, I want to make sure it's going to be something that anyone that is fighting addiction and they're having relapse thinking relapse thoughts, and
mhm.
I just want to be able to have my product on the shelves if they feel like they just crave for the taste of the beer, or they
Right.
crave the taste of the wine. And so it being non-alcoholic and with it having CBD infused, it will really calm you, relax you, and I just hope I could save lives. I hope I could at least one, um,
Mhm.
to make that decision and to know that for them, like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't I'm so glad I didn't have alcohol in it, you know?
Right, right.
We'll be back after this quick break. Y'all, I have to show you my new favorite soap from Baker's Bar Soapery. Check out this Yunish, which means buffalo in Choctaw. It's scented with leather fragrance, so I bought one for my husband and one for me too, of course, and it smells so good. This soap is a tribute to the Choctaw and the resilience of the buffalo. Luxury soaps, lotions, and lip balms from Baker's Bar Soapery are 100% Choctaw crafted. And yes, these are made with goat's milk, so they leave your skin feeling soft and supple. So load up on these Choctaw soaps made by Tiffany at Baker's Bar Soapery at thebbsoapery.com. But be sure to get 20% off when you use the code NATIVECHOCTAW, that's all caps, when you spend $25 or more. Treat yourself to the luxury your skin deserves with Baker's Bar Soapery.
War Chief was named after someone near and dear to your heart, we kind of alluded to earlier. Tell us about that.
Yes. Quanah Parker, he was the last war chief of one of the most powerfulest nation in history, Comanche Nation.
Absolutely. And again, y'all, we'll be talking to Jody's aunties in part 2 of this episode about Quanah Parker. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. So where is War Chief based out of? War
Chief is based out of, well, the heart of Indian country, honey.
My home state.
Right here in the state of Oklahoma, the Great Plains.
Wonderful. Well, and now you actually have ties to the Yakima Nation too, right?
With the Yakima Chief Hops. They are the hop growers for the non-alcohol beer that I have right here. Right here.
Fabulous.
Yes. So they had donated their hops into my beer. And let me not forget my mentors. Oh my goodness, you have to have mentors in order to, whatever business you're in, you need to have those mentors in the same industry as you are.
So shout out to the mentors. I mean, I'm the same way. If I didn't have mentors along the way, I would definitely struggle a whole lot more. So God bless them. So I think within the Yakima Nation, you've mentioned a couple of people that have really been influential and helpful as mentors to you.
Can't forget about Steve Carpenter. Oh my goodness. They have treated me so good. They actually inspired me to do the beer because I was just doing the wine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and at the time I just had my sparkling sangria. And so they said, well, what do you think about adding beer to your collection? And I'm like, what? Beer, the most hardest.
Right, you're like, I've already worked so hard on wine.
And they're like, do you think you could do non-alcohol beer? And I said, yeah, actually, yes, I can. And so they had told me if I start a collection of non-alcohol beer, they will donate the hops into the beer. The donations will go into the Native American youth programs, and also, yes, they into the youth and adult programs that they have.
That's fantastic. What a great idea. And I love that you're Comanche, they're Yakima, and you're working together to help the kids, help sobriety, help with, well, just giving people tasty drink as well. So that's a great meeting of the minds. We need more of that in Indian country. And I feel like we're getting more and more of that over time. But so you know all too well what the effects of substance abuse can do. Let's hear about your story from the beginning. Some folks may look at you and think, wow, she has it all together. And you do. I mean, from my perspective, you seem like you really do. But your story hasn't been an easy one. First off, where did you grow up?
Yes, I grew up in San Leandro, California, or San Francisco.
Oh, okay. Now I was wondering where that was. Okay. And then, so your parents were married, but one day when you were 7 years old, something happened that changed your life. Tell us about that.
Yeah, my mother had fell into her own addiction, and so she had left about when I was 7 years old, and my
Mm.
dad took care of me ever since she left. And I didn't know at the time, but I had a lot of abandonment issues from
Mm.
her leaving me. I was always just crying, wanted my mom so bad. And I want to say it probably took a while for me to really, I want to say probably about 10, when I was 10, I was able to just let that go and, really just pay attention, you know, my to my dad because he was feeling he was feeling
I
neglect from
know.
me.
Oh,
And I
and
was
that's
like, "Hey," when he told me that, he said, "Why do you always cry for your mom? How come you don't cry for me?"
he's like, I'm
And
the one that's here.
and that yes, that right there, I just came at mercy with that one. And I
Yeah.
realized, yeah, my dad.
Well, and
And so
did you have siblings too?
yes, I have 5 brothers and 3 sisters. And I'm the young.
Wow. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness. So surely some of those were still siblings were still at home when your mom left, right?
Yes, my dad took care of all of us, and not to
Wow.
mention he's paralyzed.
My God.
Yeah, he was able to walk, but he had a limp, and he was shot up 7 times on his left side in Vietnam.
So he's disabled and he's taking care of all these children. I mean, how did you guys do it? What was life like?
Well, we were his hands. So we were, I was the pickle person that, I cut up pickles. That was my job for the potato salad.
So cute.
But no, we all had a job because we were his
Yeah.
hands. So, but my dad, he did do the cooking
Yeah.
and he would do the laundry and he did everything. He took really good care of me and my sisters and my brothers, and that I'm forever grateful for. And him supporting me through all my journeys. He's my best friend. And yes, I am a daddy's girl.
We love him. He sounds amazing. What a strong man. He survived Vietnam. He was a single dad. And I mean, single mom, single dad doesn't matter. It's hard. So good for him. And with your mom leaving, do you feel like that could have been kind of a root cause leading you to addiction later?
Yes.
Hmm. And what age did you start abusing substances or using even?
Oh, well, I think I was like about, I don't know, 15 when I had, a taste of some beer. And but it was just, beer wasn't my thing. Alcohol wasn't my thing at all. It
Mhm.
wasn't issue. When I turned 30, that's when it became the issue with alcohol. What led me to that is when my dad had a stroke, uh, we didn't know if he was going to make it or not. It hit
Yeah.
his brain stem.
Oh,
So, yeah, he wasn't able to get up and walk anymore. He couldn't talk. Um, he couldn't eat. Uh, they had to put a feeding tube in him. And it was just devastating for the first time in my life to feel someone so close to,
mm,
almost losing. That was a really uh, difficult part for me because he raised me. He's the only
yeah.
one I had.
Right. I know the fact that you've already suffered a big loss and felt abandoned by her. I mean, even though she didn't pass away, she left. He's the one you clung to, and now he's having issues, and sounds like that was the perfect recipe for you to start abusing substances more, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned for part 2 of this series.
Thanks for listening to Native Chalk Talk. Be sure to join our community on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and check us out at nativechalktalk.com. Stay tuned for the next episode. You're going to love it. Yakoki. Thank you, my friends.